So I grew up in South Jersey in Cinnaminson, and it was a typical middle-class environment, spending my time as a child playing a lot of athletics, building a great network of friends, going to Catholic school, and I really wanted to find opportunities just to have fun. When I was growing up, I had a number of different role models, but I think my father and my mother were probably the most important to me as I was growing up, including, not only the ethics and the moral responsibilities that I had. Being in a Catholic school environment, there were a number of educators, including priests, that ended up being early role models for me. And as I went through each stage of my career, there was a different type of role model. Most recently, the role model for me, or the mentor that I've had, is a gentleman by the name of Pete Musser, the founder of Safeguard. And it's really interesting now at this stage in my career, after almost 3 decades, to be able to connect with a gentleman who has not only started Safeguard, but we've gotten to know each other over a 25-year period of time. And he's really helped shape my thinking as to how to not only build Safeguard, but work within the entrepreneurial community, which is really what I've been doing for the last 20 years. My first job was one of where I was starting my own business. It was a paper route, actually delivering the evening bulletin. And then I got so ambitious that I started to deliver the Morning Inquirer. So I had 2 things going on during the course of the day, the morning paper and then the evening paper. Then it graduated into having a lawn business. And my goal was to build these businesses, earn a lot of money, and then I ultimately turned them over to my brothers. I started my first business at the age of 32, the real business, so to speak. We literally were working out of someone's garage. We had a big mortgage, and my wife actually, and she's been terrific throughout my life, but she said to me, if this doesn't work, you can actually get your job back, right? We went from nothing in revenue to over $100 million in revenue in a 5-year period of time. Building that business was an adventure. It's been a pretty interesting journey for me. I've actually interacted with Safeguard in 3 distinct ways over my career. In the first 10 years of my career, I was actually an auditor for Deloitte, serving on the Safeguard account. In the second 10 years of my career, I actually raised $10 million from Safeguard to help me ultimately build a business. In the third decade of my career, I found myself being called back to Safeguard to help rebuild the company. After the tech bubble in 2000, Safeguard was in a world of hurt. And there was a CEO that had come aboard who was trying to rebuild Safeguard. And I joined his team in 2008 to begin that process. So now I sit here in 2015 and Safeguard is again in a very strong position, but it was very interesting to see how I was intersecting with Safeguard over that period of time. My business philosophy tends to be really grounded with regard to respect and ethics. The thing that I'm looking for most in working with businesses is what's the underlying element of their social conscience, the ethics in which they want to pursue their business within, and how are they shaping the moral attitudes of their employees. That's important to me. Also knowing that they have a business model that can grow and scale and be mature. My passions are really about taking young businesses and helping them grow to be big businesses. It really doesn't necessarily matter which industry that is. It's really more about taking an idea and really giving it the opportunity to become something more than just an idea. Helping a young man or a woman take a concept and bring it to market. Entrepreneurship is a passion. It was there when I was 12. It was there when I was 30. It's now here when I'm in my mid-50s. It's carried through into the 4th decade of my career. I think the thing that really is the differential for people who are successful as entrepreneurial in their thought process to those who are not is the ability to get beyond what I call the fear factor. It doesn't even mean you have to take that thought and build a business around it, but just taking a thought and being brave enough to take it to the next level of consideration. Those that are being touched by junior achievement, they need to own that economic success. And what that means is they have to realize that the activities that they're taking, that they're involved with today, will ultimately provide an opportunity for potentially an economic outcome.